Alrighty, good morning everybody. Good morning and welcome to a full day of gameplay streaming. I am DSP. I welcome you to the first of two streams for today, Saturday, November 23rd, 2019. How's everybody doing today? I hope I find you all well. I hope you're ready for some fun stuff today. Some good variety. We're going back as we alternate between streaming days here of stuff that we do. Stop biting that, Jasper, right now, or I'm going to throw you out of the office. Jasper's in here today. He's been in here the whole time, and he's the reason why earlier the music stopped playing. He jumped up on the arm of my love seat and stomped on my keyboard. And when he did that, somehow he managed to completely turn off the entire browser. Like, the whole browser I had open on my PC was closed. And I was like, I don't even know how he did that. He must have hit like a combination of keys that makes a browser close. Don't ask me what he hit, because the cursor wasn't on the X or anything in the corner. So, he's here for now, but he may not be here for long, because he's been one hell of a rascal today. Let me tell you guys. He freaking, again this morning, much like earlier this week, woke up super early. Stop that right now. Stop it. Stop trying to chew that. Woke up super early. Kept trying to drink the water in the bamboo in the freaking bedroom. And then wanted to leave the room. He's just basically being a pain in the ass at like 7 in the morning when it's time to sleep, you know. And it, you know, it sucks. Typically I sleep till around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then I get up and get ready for the day. So losing a couple hours sleep is annoying. So I had to throw him out of the bedroom. And so then he made noise all over the house all morning, but at least he wasn't directly bothering. That's it, Jasper. You're out of here, man. You're out of here. Get out of here. Come on. You're eating all the wires. You can't do this, man. He knows better, too. The thing is, he will not do this until I start talking. Because what it is he gets angry that I'm not paying him any attention when I'm talking to you guys on stream. So I'll start talking to you, and then he'll start biting everything in the office to try to get attention. That's the only reason he does it. That's it. That's it, buddy. You gotta stop. You gotta stop with this right now. Oh my God. He knows better. He knows better than to do it. He only does it to get attention. It's a troublemaking maneuver on his part. So so anyway, here he is. He's kneading the couch now. I'll let him stay in for as long as he wants. Typically when I start the pre-stream, he'll stay in here for a few minutes and then he'll leave anyway. Like once he realizes I'm not gonna pay him attention, he just moves on and leaves the office anyway, so more than likely he'll be out of here sooner rather than later. So anyway, yeah, today we got some fun stuff going on, guys. You trying to get into the closet now? We got some fun stuff going on. What are we doing today? Well, we're going to continue on with all the fun game playthroughs that I've been doing recently. And we're going to flip the streams from the other day. Today it's going to be a full stream of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order here on the earlier stream. And then later tonight, it's going to be a a late night stream of Pokemon Sword. Alright. You guys may have already seen in the stream chat, we got a new emote today. I totally forgot about that emote. That's an emote that was made a while ago in anticipation of the Pokemon Sword playthrough, but I had completely forgotten that the person had made that for me. So it kind of stood around on standby. And basically now I remember, oh crap, someone reminded me this morning. They were like, Phil, I made this emote for you. I was like, oh shit. Alright, let's get that in here. So yeah, it's the DSP Clefairy emote. Yes, it's purposely like that. It's purposely like nightmare fuel, okay? Jasper, you gotta behave. If you don't behave, you gotta get out of here. It's one or the other. Either you behave or you're out of here, okay? It's your call. Don't make me go get the spray. Because he's making all this noise now. He's doing it on purpose. He's like, I want attention from Phil. I want to get attention from Phil. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the DSP Clefairy emote. That will be there for the entirety of the Pokemon Sword playthrough. As silly as it is. Hope that you guys enjoy it. Alright, that's it. You're out of here. He's on the wires. He's out of here. Sorry, Jasper, you couldn't behave. Now you're out of here. You know, I don't like to throw my cat out of the office, but when he's going to bite wires, I got to get him out. I can't have him bite wires and get hurt, you know. It's the thing, he bites a wire, he's going to get shocked or something if he bites too hard. So, you know, I can't have it. It is what it is. I feel bad, but at the same time, I know that the best interest of the cat is in mind when he starts doing stuff like that. So, all right. Anyway, so first stream today is going to be a full stream of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Okay. I like the game a lot, and last time that we played, we did some interesting stuff. First of all, I finished up the temple that I had been searching, and I got the force pull ability to pull things towards me, which is cool because now I could do even better platforming. I could do like pulling vines and things toward me in midair, which is really neat. But in addition to that, we got kidnapped by a bounty hunter and got thrown into a prison planet, which was really a really neat little diversion. It took about an hour to get out of there. Now we're back on track, so I'm on an optional planet, and someone told me that there's a really cool item there that I can get, but I should probably come back later because I don't have the ability that I need to really complete the planet. So I'm probably going to leave. We're going to go back to Kashyyyk today. We're going to go to the Wookiee planet. We're going to go back to the stuff that I couldn't reach earlier because I didn't have force pull. Now I have force pull. We can go back and try to do all the puzzles and things that I couldn't do previously the first time I was on Kashyyyk. So that's going to be where we start today. You know, I don't know where the game's going to take us long term. I get the feeling we're going to end up back on this planet, this planet that I can't do anything on right now. We'll see. Okay, should be fun. And then, you know, we'll go from there. Now, I don't know how much longer is left in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I checked it out, and I think at this point, I want to say I'm about maybe like 14 hours into the playthrough. Let me actually double check that right now that I said that. I'm curious how long is my playthrough? All right, I'm about 12 hours in, okay? And I'm assuming that the game is probably like most modern games these days at a minimum are between 16 to 20 hours long. So I'm just going to assume that we've probably got about another 1 to 2 sessions of the game before we beat it. You know, including today would be 1. So maybe we'll see how far we get today. You know, we get really far today, right? Then maybe we'll beat the game. If not, then probably 1 more session to wrap it up, I'm thinking, okay? I could be wrong, okay? I could be wrong. It could end up being that the game is actually longer than 20 hours. That would be surprising, and I wouldn't complain. Because I am enjoying the game a lot. However, I will say this. The last time I played this game, I was disappointed, not with the game, but kind of with the stream reaction. Because up to now, people seem to really like it. But when I played this on, what was it? I want to say Wednesday night. It seemed like a lot of people were just really not engaged in the game. They were bored with the game. They weren't talking about the game. They weren't addressing even me on the stream. They were just kind of having their own conversations. And I hate when that happens. I like it when we're connected here on the stream. We're having fun. We're talking with each other. We're interacting and having a good time. If you guys are off doing your own thing because you're finding the playthrough or whatever boring, that sucks. Like, to me, that's like worst case scenario. The whole point here is that I'm trying to put out an engaging stream and a fun stream with you guys. I don't want to have a stream where I'm playing a game for myself. That's what I used to do. You know what I mean? Like, when I was a full-time YouTuber back in the day, that's what I used to do. And I've changed myself for the better, I feel, over the years. So I don't want to go back to being that kind of full-time YouTuber mentality anymore. I want to be putting out fun, interactive streams for you guys that you guys are engaged in having a good time. So what I'm hoping is that today, you guys are going to like the game more and interact with me more. You know, again, if you don't like the game in particular, feel free to talk to me, open up a conversation. Let's get stuff going so people aren't bored. You know, I'm going to be focusing on the game, of course, but I have no problems if you guys want to talk about something else because you're personally not enjoying the game. You know, talking about other stuff, as long as it's not too ridiculous or, you know what I mean. Yeah, you know, I want to have a good time with you guys. I want this to be a fun. I don't want it to be like, oh, God, Phil's playing a game we don't like now, and we're stuck watching it for 4 hours. Okay? So, the thing is, I like it a lot. I don't understand why people aren't seeming to like the game. Because for me, this has been a really entertaining and fun playthrough so far. So, I don't know what it is about the game that isn't resonating with my audience, quite frankly. I'm a little confused, honestly. That, you know, there's action, there's deaths, because I'm not super overpowered. It is a game that I'm playing on the hard difficulty to make it more challenging, which is what you guys asked for when I started the playthrough. There's variety in the gameplay and environments. There's puzzles, there's bosses, you know, there's essentially the game has all the pieces that would make a great playthrough. So I don't know why people were kind of disengaged that last stream. You know, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes today. I hope it goes better today. I really want it to go better. I want this to be a fun playthrough for you guys and not something that I play all week and you guys are bored every time I play it. So let's see what happens tonight, I guess. All right? By the way, and you would say, oh, well, Phil, maybe it's you, not the game. Not the case, because, yeah, you know, I played Pokemon, I played Death Stranding. Every game that I played in the past few days besides Star Wars, that wasn't the case. People were excited and engaged and having a good time. It seems like only this game was the game that kind of turned people off for whatever reason. So, let's see how today goes. A full-on stream of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, okay? Tonight, we return back to Pokemon Sword. Tonight, I will be naming a Pokemon based on the instruction of the top contributor of the previous stream, FYI. Also, tonight, you guys will be able to pick what Pokemon stay in my party. If you're not aware where I am in Pokemon Sword, we are on the path to the next town, which is a big cave system. And it seems like there's a lot of unique Pokemon inside of this cave system, so we're going to be trying to catch them all and doing all the usual fun stuff with Pokemon Sword tonight. I hope you'll join me for that, okay? Tomorrow, it's going to be a major stream of Death Stranding. And for those who have not been following along the playthrough, maybe you're just not caught up, it's been a lot of fun, and we are now at a point in the game where we are nearing the end. In fact, I think I just started, I want to say chapter 12, but the game only has 14 gameplay-based chapters, and then I guess there's an epilogue chapter or something that, you know, is a giant cutscene per what Kojima usually does with these freaking games with his insano cutscenes, right? So, we are nearing the end of Death Stranding. Someone said I actually might beat it tomorrow, although some people are very skeptical of that, again, because of the insane long length of the end of Kojima's games. So people are like, nah, you may get close, but there's no way you're going to beat it because we know the cutscenes are so damn long. So, we'll see tomorrow. Major stream of Death Stranding tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. And then, tomorrow night, I'm either playing more Pokemon or more Star Wars. And quite frankly, I'm not sure what I want to play yet. Reason being, as I said, I don't know, you guys, you know, the reception to how Star Wars has been kind of a mixed bag. At the same time, though, what I'm not playing as the main gameplay stream tomorrow, as the late night gameplay stream tomorrow, I'm playing as the main gameplay stream, I'm sorry, I got distracted by a complete idiot who typed me $1. It has nothing to do with anything. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, whatever I don't play as the late gameplay stream tomorrow, I'm playing as the main gameplay stream on Monday. Alright? So, I'm almost leaning towards maybe tomorrow night we do more Star Wars, and then Monday, Pokemon's the main gameplay stream? I don't know. Again, I don't know. I like leaving it open, but we'll see. And then Monday night, I'm actually doing Minecraft. Yes, I haven't played Minecraft in a while. I'm doing Minecraft for the first time in a bit here on Monday night, which should be fun. And actually, in this case, with Minecraft this time around, I don't have anything in particular to do. I'm actually at a point where we can do whatever we want. I don't have any projects to work on. The top contributor of the last Minecraft stream never instructed me on working on anything new. So it seems like I can just do whatever the hell I want in Minecraft Monday night. Or just have a chill stream doing whatever. So we'll see how that goes, right? Then on Tuesday, I'm off. On Wednesday, on Wednesday, I'll be back and doing a full day of streaming. I don't know, maybe Wednesday will be the conclusion of Death Stranding, depending on how tomorrow goes, I guess. We have to see exactly what happens in Death Stranding tomorrow. Then on Thursday is my Thanksgiving special. So just to forewarn, or not forewarn everyone, but to let everyone know, I need you guys to please post up your questions for the Thanksgiving special over on my forums at thekingofhate.com. Okay? I need you to post up questions. The more questions you post up, the better my Q&A show always is. And at this point, I definitely need more questions for the show. Okay? So please post them up on the kingofhate.com forums. The thread has actually been up there for like a month and a half for you to post up your questions. All right? It's Thanksgiving Day, and that's the only stream I'm doing on Thanksgiving Day. All right? But then I will be back on Friday with full gameplay streams. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, full days of gameplay streaming yet again returning on those days, okay? So, it's good stuff coming up. I'm going to be juggling all these new releases. It looks like Death Stranding more than likely will conclude this week. I don't know about Star Wars. It all depends on how long Star Wars is. Maybe I'll beat it this week. Maybe I won't. But also coming up this week, what I'm planning to do is once I do beat one of the major games, whether it be Death Stranding or whatever, starting up Shenmue 3. Okay, that will be a playthrough starting up sooner. And then, once we finally get things starting to complete here with the new releases, then I'm going to basically bring back all my late night chill streams that you guys loved so much and have been on hiatus. So we're talking things such as Minecraft on the regular, or classic Street Fighter, or maybe bring back Modern Warfare once a week and play with that, try to get better at that game. Or Battle Royale. Okay? Also, other people have said, well, what about all the remasters that came out that you didn't play? What about Need for Speed Heat and blah, blah, blah? Yes, those are all possibilities. But the point is, I think this next week, I'm going to be wrapping up as much as I can. And then as we head into December, then we figure out, what we got left time-wise and go from there. Okay? Alrighty then. Alright, so before we head into the next segment of the pre-stream, the last thing I have to talk about is the upcoming Christmas event. Please, guys, continue to nominate games for the upcoming Christmas event. Alright? I need more nominations. The more nominations I get, the better the event will be. So please, by all means, keep nominating games. How do you nominate games? Type !marathon into the stream chat right now, and it will bring up the link by which you can nominate games for the marathon event. This is going to be an event that's going to take place the weekend before Christmas. I'll be dressed up in holiday attire. I'll be drinking during the event. It'll be a fun and festive thing. Nothing's too serious, just meant to be a silly event to have fun and celebrate the holidays with all of you. When you guys nominate games, all right, what I'm going to do is tally up those nominations in about probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's going to be like the first week of December. I'm going to tally up all of your nominations, okay? And we're going to make a poll. The poll is going to determine, the next phase, which is what you guys are going to vote on. When you vote, you're going to determine what games will actually be in the event. So, yeah, please, nominate, and nominate. All right? We've still got some time to go for you to nominate games, and I hope that you will do so, okay? All right, so that is it for the first segment of my pre-stream today. It is now time to move on to the next segment. The next segment is everyone's favorite segment. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the gratuitous plugs. That is right, the gratuitous plug segment. Everyone's favorite segment. Everyone loves to get advertised to, right? Yeah, right. I hate being advertised to, so I understand that you guys hate it too, but it's a necessary evil. Being a live streamer for a living, you got to do some plugs, right? Okay, then. Alrighty. So, that being said, everybody, thank you for everything. Thank you for 11 awesome years that I've been able to be a content creator here on the internet. I've enjoyed every moment of it. I love every day sharing my gameplay experiences with all of you, and being able to have a cool hangout place, right? My job is also my hobby. I really love that. But certainly things have not been easy over the years. Things have definitely changed the way that I deliver my content. I'm no longer a full-time YouTuber that relies on ad revenue to make ends meet. In fact, as I've told you guys, pretty much the fact that I upload the videos to YouTube is becoming more and more of a fan service for you guys than anything else. I definitely want it so that you guys who cannot be here live on the streams can watch my content on demand somewhere. and that's why I still upload to YouTube. But YouTube used to be my main source of revenue. Now they're basically an afterthought. If I get anything from YouTube, it's kind of like a bonus, on top of what I earn from Twitch, because I barely get anything from YouTube anymore because they've literally ruined their business year after year. So that means I'm primarily reliant on crowdfunding from you guys and gals who watch the streams to really keep things going. And I do want to say thank you guys so much for all of the support. You guys have been incredibly supportive and helped me out a ton, especially this year when I need a lot of support via tips and stuff. You guys were, you helped out a lot. Thank you very much for that, okay? So, if you like the daily live streams, if you enjoy my content when it comes to the on-demand content on YouTube, and you want to see all this continue, okay? You want to see me be able to continue to put out fun and entertaining gameplay streams for you on a daily basis, please consider contributing via one of the following methods that I'm about to explain, all right? However, understand something right up front before we even talk about said methods, all right? Even though it is matter-of-factly your contributions that keep stuff going around here, contributions are not mandatory. In fact, contributions are not even expected. Okay, they're not. I'm incredibly grateful for whatever you guys can and will contribute during a live stream. I'm incredibly, eternally grateful that you guys have allowed me to do this for 11 years, 3+ years as a hobby, and then, the last 7-8 years as a job. It's been an amazing ride. So thanks for that. And understand that when you come to my streams, you're not expected to contribute in any way, shape, or form. If you do, thank you very much. You guys are going above and beyond to keep this stuff going. All right? So, without further ado, let's talk about some of the ways that you guys can contribute if you would like to. The first would be checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is my monthly pledge campaign by which you guys can earn personal perks dependent on how you contribute or on how much you contribute, okay? So, that being said, I'm not going to go through all the perk levels or whatever. Some of the things, like you get a private video made for you where I answer your questions and stuff like that. But thank you to everyone who is an ongoing patron. I've been doing that all the way since 2015, and I appreciate your ongoing support. Thanks for that very much. And anyone who is maybe going to give it a look and consider being a patron, thank you for even considering it, okay? All right, now in addition to that, I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, in particular sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, etc. Good quality stuff. I can attest to it because I own a bunch of it. In fact, today, I'm wearing one of said shirts, as I will show you. This is my 10th anniversary shirt from last year when it was my 10th anniversary as a content creator, 10 years of Darkside Phil. Just one of many designs. By the way, you can get this shirt in multiple colors and designs, okay? This is just one of the many, white with red text, but you can get all different color text. I think you can actually get a dark version of the shirt as well with light text. So yeah. So, lots of quality stuff that I offer, and anything you buy helps me out, and you get a cool quality collectible. I can attest to the quality because I've owned some of these shirts for 2 to 3 years. They've never worn out, okay? It's good stuff. So give it a look. That's teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Thank you very much to anyone who gives it a look and considers getting something from my Teespring store, okay? Now, in particular, if you're here on the live stream, chances are, if you're thinking of contributing, you probably want to contribute in a method that's going to get you some recognition during the live stream. Now, that's what I would assume. Maybe I'm assuming falsely. You know what they say about when you assume? You make an ass of you and me. So maybe I'm wrong. But if I am right, and you're looking to maybe contribute and get a shout-out during today's stream, there's 3 methods by which you could do that. You could either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to my channel, or you could tip me. If you do any of those 3 things, I will give you a live shout-out during the stream as a way of saying thank you for your contributions, all right? Also, we have a Stream Stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. This tracks things such as the top cheerer and top tipper of the day. There's also 2 other leaderboards that are integrated into the Twitch chat, which track the top cheerers of the week, as well as people who have gifted subs this week. So we're going to give shout-outs to all this stuff over the course of today's stream, all right? Now, being very matter-of-fact, I just mentioned a million ways to contribute, right? The best way to contribute is by tipping me. When you tip me, those are funds I get immediately. I can put them towards the cost of games. I can put them towards bills. In particular, this time of year, It's tax time for me. End of the year, I always have to try to raise as much as possible because I got end of year taxes coming up. And so please, if you want to contribute and help the most, if you tip me, it helps more than anything. But everything else is good. I just want you to understand, I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth. Cheering, subbing, and all the other methods that I mentioned all help as well. They just help more long term. Those all have processing time, while tips I get immediately and I can put towards whatever I want. So please consider tipping if you can. There's 2 ways to tip. Below the stream there's a tips jar button, or you can type !tip into the stream chat to bring up a link to my PayPal tips page. A couple things you should know about tipping. First of all, if you're going to do it, I strongly recommend you hide your real identity. The reason I say that is there are sadly a bunch of scumbags on the internet. They have no actual power in real life. So what they do is they try to basically get seen and noticed on the internet for doing underhanded and disgusting things. For example, they'll look for someone who contributes to a live streamer and then try to get their personal information and dox them on the internet and say, ha ha ha. Why? I don't know. You tell me, because it doesn't hurt me. All it does is it hurts an innocent person, but they just think that it's funny. So what I would do is protect your identity. If you're going to tip me, don't use your real name. Either say anonymous or make up a name completely unrelated to who you are in real life that no one can associate with you, and that way it will protect you. I'm just looking out for you guys, okay? Now, in addition, you might want to tip me but not have a PayPal account, because some people say, it's a hassle to create a PayPal account and have it linked to a bank account and all that. I don't want to go through all that. You don't need to. You can actually tip me without having a full-on PayPal account, but you may not see that option right away. In fact, if you go on a mobile device, it's very hard to even get that option to load properly. I've tried myself, and on my phone, I can never get it to pop up. However, I've noticed if you go on a desktop computer, you'll have all these options, like MasterCard, Visa, etc. So please, if you're considering tipping and you want to do it without a PayPal account, check it out on a desktop PC. You should be able to do it. Okay? All right. Moving on. What I'd like to do now is explain the rules. All right? The rules of the stream. So, there's 2 sets of rules that I abide by. The first is the basic rules of Twitch.tv. I am streaming on Twitch.tv, which is a registered business. Therefore, I have to abide by all the rules of the business. That's pretty much straightforward. That's just why I can't just say and do whatever the hell I want here. Okay? But the other set of rules that I follow is my own personal code of conduct. And the reason that I have this is because I want to maintain a certain vibe on my streams. A certain chill atmosphere. When you come to my stream to hang out, what I want you guys to feel is like you can escape the drama and the negativity and the toxicity of all the stresses of your real life. You're disassociating yourself from those. You're coming here to have a good time, to watch me play video games. And in general, just enjoy gaming as a whole. It's my hobby as well as my job. And I just want to hang out with you guys and interact and have a good chill time. So why are we going to bring up controversial topics that are going to cause problems, right? In particular, it's the topics of politics and religion that I've always found make people get very angry with each other. They argue. They can't decide. They can't even agree to disagree. Instead, it's like, man, you don't agree with me. I hate you. And then people get into these heated arguments. So instead of having all that on the stream, I made it a rule. We don't talk about those topics unless they're pertinent to the game I'm playing. So, for example, if in the game there's a political or religious overtone that has something to do with the plot, that's different. But please don't come in here and start bringing up Brexit and Trump and all these controversial topics that are just going to get people pissed off. This is not the place for that, okay? In addition, I am well aware that there are many people on the internet who don't like me for various reasons. A lot of them ride my coattails, illegally restreaming and stealing my content on a daily basis. Every single time they do, they are actually breaking the law. However, sadly, the internet is still kind of in its early phases, and there's no defense against this kind of crap. On Twitch TV, they don't allow this kind of stuff. All right, but over on YouTube, they do. And in fact, on YouTube, they promote this kind of behavior. They love drama videos, slander and defamation and gossip and all this shit. A lot of people make a living doing this. And in reality, the reason that these people do this to me on a daily basis and they defame me and slander me is because they make money doing it. If they didn't make money doing it and they didn't get popularity out of it, they wouldn't get it. They wouldn't do it. They're only doing it for personal gain. They're not doing it because they feel like, if I expose Phil, he'll be a better person. No, because most of the stuff that they do is completely made up and fabricated. So, you know what I mean? I know this exists. There's no point in talking about it or bringing it up on my streams outside of this little segment on the pre-stream where I just tell you guys, listen, I know it exists, but we don't talk about it. That's it. I'm never going to bring it up or address it directly because that's exactly what they want. They want attention. If you come on my stream and you're like, oh, Phil, did you hear someone's illegally restreaming you? Oh, did you hear someone's trying to dox someone? Did you hear that someone's saying this about you? Who cares? What you're doing, you're actually giving them exactly the attention that they want to bring people to their disgusting, toxic content to make money. So the best thing we could do is completely ignore that any of it exists. Just sit here, have a good time together, enjoy the games I'm playing, interact, have a good, fun, chill time, and that's that. That's why we don't allow it. It's in the rules specifically. Do not bring up that crap, okay? All right. So that's the second segment done, guys. It's now time for us to move on to the third and final segment of pre-stream. Sorry, I was getting a sip here. The shout-outs. That's right. It is time to shout out people who've contributed. All right. Yes, it is time to give a shout out to the people who have contributed to the stream and start updating the leaderboards and the like, okay? So first of all, thank you to Golden Colts, who once again did a bunch of overnight cheering. It actually put Golden Colts into the top spot for cheering for the week with those overnight cheers. So thank you very much, Golden Colts. I appreciate that very much. We'll give you a shout out for the top cheerer in just a moment. We had someone named Lego Mario who did a couple tips this morning. And he did them right before the stream started. So sadly, I can't get him on the leaderboard for it because technically the stream wasn't live yet. But what I can do is give a shout out. So Lego Mario tipped me $2. Well, his first dollar tip, he asked the following. I don't know if you mentioned this yet. It's probably old news. What do you think of the new improved CGI movie version of Sonic? Do you think it was great of them to listen to the fans? Yes. Yes, because here's the thing. If you're making a movie based on nostalgia, the whole point of the Sonic movie is supposed to be, oh, fans of Sonic the Hedgehog are finally going to see a live-action movie with Sonic in it. You know, people fantasized about this in the 90s and, you know, through the 2000s, and Sonic never really got his due in mainstream media outside of the Sega Genesis, right? So now this is a chance for Sonic to actually get noticed and get some attention. Then they show you the trailer of the movie earlier this year, and Sonic looks abysmally bad. Doesn't look anything like the character from the games. He looks like a fucking deformed creature. It's just really bad, right? So there was a giant backlash. People were like, there's no way we're going to see this movie. This movie looks like donkey shit. You know, I can't believe you would do this to the character. What are you, stupid? So they then announced we're delaying the movie a significantly long time. In fact, the movie was supposed to come out in September, right? It's not coming out till next year. I think it's Valentine's Day of next year or something like that. And they said, all right, we've listened to all your feedback, and we don't want this movie to be considered a joke, so we're going to redesign Sonic from the ground up. Now they have, and he looks almost exactly like he does in the games. So it's pretty awesome that they did that. And quite frankly, now it's going to be more of a cool fan service nostalgia trip than it is going to be some weird, deformed version, you know what I mean, of something from your childhood, which is what they usually do when they bring these characters out of nowhere to make movies about them. So in my opinion, they did the right thing. However, from what I'm to understand, it cost them millions upon millions of dollars. The rumor is $35 million. Now, just think about that. That dramatically increased the budget of the movie. So let's hope that this was a good move and that people will now actually see the movie. Because if they don't, they're pretty screwed. In addition, since the movie was actually already close to coming out, I'm sure they had already started their merchandising and their marketing for it. And so they probably had millions of dollars in merch and marketing materials that now were completely worthless and needed to be destroyed because it's the old version of Sonic, right? So, I guess we'll see. We will see what happens with this movie when it comes out next year. Hopefully, it ends up being a great movie. I would like to see that, especially with Jim Carrey in it. I think it would be pretty awesome if it ends up being a good movie. We'll find out next year. Lego Mario tipped me another $1. He says, do you have any plans to play the Sonic games during the release of the movie? There's a couple old school Sonics you haven't played on stream. I like Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3D Blast. I'd love to see those. Possibly. Possibly. We'll see what happens, you know, with the release of this game. I don't know if those games are even readily available as like digital titles to buy and play anywhere. They're not on the Genesis Mini, sadly, you know. That would be awesome if they were, and then I could play some of those or whatever. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, that would be pretty neat if the Sonic movie's coming out and I tie it in with, say, some Sonic games. At the same time, February is already going to be a crazy-ass game release month. So I guess we'll see with the releases coming out in early next year, you know, how things go with that. Okay? Okay. So now we were going to begin. It looks like Golden Colts actually was the first cheerer of the day with a 50-bit cheer. So let's get Golden Colts up there on the leaderboard. Thank you very much, Golden Colts. Rob tipped me $10. What's up, Rob? He tipped me $10 to get the tipping started for today, and he says, I managed to watch the whole of Death Stranding stream last night. So cool. How was dinner? Dinner was all right. You know, we just had turkey burgers and mac and cheese. Now, we really like these big-ass turkey burgers that we get from one of our local supermarkets here. They're quite big and juicy. Like, they're actually much larger than, say, a regular hamburger. And they're cheaper. And, of course, they're much healthier for you. And we just had that with some mac and cheese. It was basic dinner. But the reason he's saying that is because yesterday I had to end the Death Stranding stream early because it was my turn to cook. And that's one of the things that I can actually cook. So, you know, so my wife doesn't have to cook every day. So, but yeah, Death Stranding yesterday was super interesting. We got tons of plot development. We did have to go back across the country from the West Coast to the East Coast. But quite frankly, it wasn't that bad because, number one, there were vehicles everywhere. Now that the chiral network had been connected, it was easy because there was all these vehicles to drive across the entire thing, so it wasn't that much of a chore. In addition to that, you know, you guys and I just hung out and made the best of that hour where I had to traverse the whole country again. So it ended up not being that bad at all, in my opinion. A lot of people were saying, oh, Chapter 10 is the worst in the game because you have to do that. I didn't think so at all. I thought that it was moving and it was fun and it was good. So, yeah. And now, like I said, tomorrow we're playing Death Stranding again. And tomorrow it's looking like we're going to get into the end game. So, I can't wait. Fatal Skills tipped me $1. Thank you, Fatal Skills. He says, do you remember the older wrestling games where you had to mash buttons in order to get out of pins or holds? I always hated the new system where you have that gauge and you have to stop it at the right moment. Yes, in the older WWE games, it was basically a war of attrition. It was button mashing madness. Now, if you're playing a human, it was actually fair because it was all about who had the more button inputs in a certain amount of time. If you were going against the computer always cheated. So it wasn't very fun or fair. Now, in the modern WWE games, now they have these meters. Now, if you're kicking out, you have to hit the meter at a certain time to kick out of a pin. And if you're actually very good with your timing, you can get out of almost any pinning situation. Okay? But when it comes to submissions, I think the submission system is completely broken. Because what it is these two rings, and you're chasing each other with rings and using boost button, and you pick up the power-up pellet like you're playing fucking Pac-Man, and now you can move double speed. It's really convoluted. And again, when you're playing against a computer, it cheats. The computer, for some reason, is faster than you and can read your inputs and cheats. So, it doesn't really matter. I don't think they've ever done like a good submission system in the WWE games. Okay. Cleanup Man 85 is resale for 6 months. He says, you're going to look up a good turkey gravy penne recipe for Thanksgiving. No. We're doing a combination. First of all, my parents, actually, as a present to us, bought us some food. My mom loves these these television shopping channels. And I guess she was watching one of them, and they had a Thanksgiving special, Thanksgiving food, and she bought us some food and sent it to us via the mail for Thanksgiving. So we're actually going to have these turkey breasts that apparently are stuffed with like cranberries and apples, and I think there's like a mac and cheese side or something like that. So we have the main course ready. What we're going to do is go buy sides. We're going to go buy stuffing ingredients to make our own stuffing. We're going to get some cranberry sauce. We're just going to do the sides, and that's what Kat's going to basically make on Thanksgiving. She's going to make the sides and then bake the stuff that's already pre-made for us for our entree. So we're going to have turkey, and we're going to have stuffing, and we're going to have all the good stuff. We're not doing a turkey penne. That's ridiculous. So stop that right now. Okay, Double C, whose name I cannot say because it is disgusting and will get me in trouble on Twitch, cheered and said good morning. What was for breakfast today? Nothing. I had no breakfast today. Today I was all thrown off because Jasper had woken me up, was acting up, and so I woke up all out of sorts because I'd already been awoken during my early morning sleep, and I've been drinking this Mio water. I had nothing for breakfast at all today. If normally I would either have like a bowl of cereal or I'd have like make a bagel with cream cheese or something if I was hungry in the morning. But today I was all thrown off. I just didn't feel like it. Okay. So actually, that is the top cheer for now. However, there are bigger cheers coming up, so I will update the leaderboard in a minute with the bigger cheer. Philip Smelly Chair cheered. He says, good morning, Philip. Wishing you a stream filled with joy and wonderment. Thank you, Philip Smelly Chair. Retro Jim did a 50-bit cheer. He says, going old school this weekend and playing some EverQuest. Wow, EverQuest 1? That is old school. While I watched the stream, good luck in Star Wars today. Thank you very much, Retro Jim. Yeah, I played EverQuest 1 with my friends back in the day. My friends in high school and I played some EverQuest. And then EverQuest 2 came out, and the game was garbage. I remember I had a high-end PC, and the game ran like shit and crashed constantly, and I just got tired of it and never tried to really play it anymore. So I think EverQuest 2 ruined the whole franchise, really. A lot of people don't even know what EverQuest is, which is sad, because it really was one of the biggest MMOs back in the day, but way before World of Warcraft, it was one of the MMOs that put these games on the map on PC. Okay, so Vincent 9999 just did a 100-bit cheer, and that is the biggest cheer of the day so far. Let's get you up here, Vincent. Oops. Thank you, Vincent, for the cheer. And he says the following. I just completed Chapter 8 last night. The final delivery was a nightmare. I had mass wait, so I had to walk slow all the way to the construction site. It took me like 2 hours. Well, Vincent, I believe you were talking about Death Stranding. And if I remember correctly, Chapter 8 is the mountain stage. Yeah, it's a pain in the fucking ass. I hate the mountain stage. You have to drive back. You have to go between all the mountain areas a million fucking times. I'm actually trying to remember. First, you have to go to the doctor. Then you go to one of these guys in the mountains. Then you have to basically bring the medicine from the doctor to the guy. Then they make you go even further south through the really heavy-ass snowy region. I don't remember. Nothing took me 2 hours. I know that. Nothing took me 2 hours to do. So I think maybe I attempted it with a vehicle. What you're saying took you 2 hours. I probably attempted it with a vehicle, and I probably went minimalist. Like, I didn't bring a lot of shit with me. Because I don't remember having maximum weight and having problems. You know, nothing took me 2 hours. Everything was, you know, kind of normal time. It was just very, very boring. But Chapter 8, in my opinion, so far, and I'm in Chapter 12, is the worst of the game. The rest of the game so far has been pretty good. I haven't really had an issue since then. Chapter 8 was the worst chapter in the whole game, so. Okay. Dimitri Maximov has tipped me $5. Thank you, Dimitri. He says, are you going to play Sindel in Mortal Kombat 11 on the stream? I love playing that character back in MK3. Her style was on point. Well, here's the thing. I had no idea Sindel was coming out this week. Until late last night, no one even said a word to me. I hadn't seen anything on social media. Like, normally I would see on social media an advertisement for it or something. I didn't see a trailer or anything for this. I get the feeling that the hype for MK11 has died. Like, if there's guest characters, that's one thing. But these new additional DLC characters, I don't think many people care. Because no one mentioning it and me not even seeing anything on social media is like a big what the heck. So, I guess Sindel comes out this week. I'll be very honest with you. I'm not super interested. The other two DLC characters that were mainstays from Mortal Kombat, who were Shang Tsung and Nightwolf, meh. I played with them once or twice, and that was that. I didn't really care. And there's so much else going on. You know, I want to try to finish up Death Stranding this week. I want to see how far I can get, if not beat Star Wars this week. I want to start to try to bring back the chill streams. You know, I don't know if doing a whole stream of Sindel, if anyone's going to give a shit. Quite frankly, I don't think I give a shit. I'm just being honest. Like, no one really talks about MK11 anymore. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see, but it's not in my plans unless there's like a giant uproar this week where people are like, "Dude, you got to play Sindel this week." I don't think I care. Just being honest here. Okay. All right. Continuing on. Wicked. Now here we go. Another dollar tip from someone who makes no sense. This is a guy who was saying stupid shit earlier this week. Just listen, I don't even know what this guy's talking about. You guys ready for this? All right, get ready. Prepare, all right? Tighten your belts for this one. So, Wicked Man tipped me $1. And he says, I'm a big believer in karma. I find no irony in the fact YouTube demonetizes your channel after you blatantly illegal AdSense account. Actions have consequences and you need to own it. So, first of all, he says, I find no irony in the fact that YouTube demonetizes your channel. YouTube did not demonetize my channel. What are you talking about? YouTube has not demonetized my channel. My channel is still demonetized. So I have no clue what the hell you're talking about. I think you are a little confused, okay? Then he says, your blatantly illegal AdSense account. I don't have a blatantly illegal AdSense account. My AdSense account is the same AdSense account I had back in the day. I got it unsuspended, and I'm fine. What are you talking about? Then he says, actions has consequences, and you need to own it. Own what? What the fuck are you talking about? You actually sent me $1 for this. What is with people? You sent me $1 to say 3 completely nonsensical statements. All right, let's continue on. Insomniatic Meat did 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Insomniatic Meat. Nihilistic Goldfish did a 95-bit cheer. He says, I'm weaning off of a medication. I keep having brain zaps. Weird thing. I look it up sometime. Brain zaps. Well, I don't know too much about that. I've never really been on many medications in my life. But I'm sure that, that there's probably some situations where if you're on a medication, your body has it in its metabolism. It's used to this medication being in it. And then it's not in it. It could cause a lot of side effects. So, hopefully you feel better. Sorry to hear that. Jerk Store tipped me $2. Excuse me. And Jerk Store says the following. What is your favorite Thanksgiving memory and movie? Mine is going to watch You've Got Mail with the Family, a Thanksgiving movie on Thanksgiving. Well, I would say my favorite memories of Thanksgiving are sitting down with my family at the dinner table and just having these nice big meals. And my mom always would do some kind of a turkey. Usually it was a real turkey. She would bake in the oven all day. Some years she would stuff it with stuffing, homemade stuffing, which I loved. And I've said this before. My favorite thing about Thanksgiving is the stuffing. I actually like the stuffing better than anything else. I don't know why. I've just always liked stuffing more than the turkey itself. And my mom would take the innards of the turkey, what do you call the heart and stuff, the gizzards, and she would chop that up in meat and cook it up and put it in the stuffing, along with, sometimes she would put sausage pieces in there and other things. Like, she would do some interesting stuff to make like this really cool homemade stuffing she would stuff the turkey with. And sometimes we would have sweet potatoes. In particular, I'm not in love with sweet potatoes. I don't hate them, but I don't love them either. They're okay, in my opinion. We would always have rolls with butter. We'd always have cranberry sauce. My mom never made homemade cranberry sauce. We always just had the canned variety. So we just had this gelatinous cranberry sauce that we would eat. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that she would make for Thanksgiving? Usually we'd have pie, too. Whether it was pumpkin pie, apple pie. We'd have some kind of pie for dessert. So we always had a good Thanksgiving meal. I don't think there was ever a year when I lived with my parents growing up that we didn't have a good Thanksgiving meal, and that was always appreciated. It was always something to look forward to. Typically, Thanksgiving was a day I was off from school or work or whatever, and I would be able to just kind of play video games and relax at home until the food was ready. So, there you go. Now, my favorite Thanksgiving movie? Probably Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's funny because a lot of people think that's a Christmas movie. It's not. It's a Thanksgiving movie. It's a movie where Steve Martin's trying to get home for Thanksgiving with his family, and he just can't get home. Every possible way to travel across the country from New York to his home is just shut down and not possible because of bad weather. And, of course, then he meets John Candy on the road, and they have all these kind of crazy hijinks going on. But I think that's my favorite Thanksgiving movie. It has a really heartwarming ending that you're not expecting whatsoever the entirety of the movie. So, all right. Super Blind Man, what's going on, man? He's resubscribed for 54 months. Damn. That is probably the biggest running sub of anybody. And he says, bibbity bobbity boop, 54-month resub from the super subber himself, Super Blind Man. Enjoy swinging the old lightsaber today. Thank you very much, Super Blind Man. Super positive. Wow. Super positive. What is this button? Let me see what this does. Hold on. I never would have expected that button would play that. What does this button do? There we go. That's more pertinent. Thank you, Super Blind Man, for being the longest running subber ever. Thank you. And then Super Blind Man actually did a 200-bit cheer, Which makes him the top cheerer of the day. And he says, here's some bits because bits are cool. Enjoy them if you would. Thank you very much, Super Blind Man, for the support. Let's get you up there on the leaderboard as the top cheerer of the day as well. Thank you so much. All right, so good stuff all around, everyone. Thank you very much. Let's now give a shout out to, oh, hold on a second. I just got a dollar tip from someone named Hogwash. And Hogwash says the following. What would you think about dedicating at least one session a week on your calendar to a multiplayer with fans? There's quite a few good games for multiplayer now. Can we have a vote on which to play or which you can pick? Hogwash, I used to do that kind of stuff. I actually used to do that kind of stuff a long time ago. Sadly, it doesn't work, and I'll tell you why. Sadly, there's so many scumbags on the internet that they will do everything they can to ruin it for me. Whether that means pretending to be a fan saying, I want to play with you, then they join and they immediately just troll the entire time. They won't play. They'll make our team lose because they'll run around and get us killed or whatever. Or, you know, they'll find ways to troll the lobby, just fuck up the matchmaking. They always do this. And this actually started, I'd say, probably whatever year Metal Gear Solid 5 came out. That was the year this started, because at the end of the year, I always used to do in December these I used to call them fan appreciation events in December, where like a whole week, all I would do is play multiplayer with viewers. But then all of a sudden, in like 2015, people took it upon themselves, let's just ruin all the multiplayer events Phil wants to do. And I tried to do them over the years. They just never work out. There's too many shitheads who realize, wow, I can actually get my jollies now by ruining Phil's event. So there's really no reason to even like plan doing it. I'm serious. Like every time I plan it, there's always a couple shitheads who ruin it for everyone, and people who are anticipating having fun multiplayer with me just get disappointed. So in this regard, sadly, I don't think it would work out. I think it's a great idea. If it were anyone from me who was not trolled as much as I am, that's a really awesome idea. I used to do it back before I was trolled massively. These used to be really fun events, but sadly, I can't do them anymore. Okay? Battleduck 9000 is resubbed for 34 months, as well as 2Bar King just resubbed for 34 months. What were the chances that two people who were renewing a 34-month-long sub just did so at exactly the same time? Thank you guys for the support. Okay, so now, let's do some shout-outs to the top cheerers of the week. Thank you very much to these people who have contributed via cheering. In 10th place this week, we got Mr. Papavera. In 9th place, Snick Skitter Bjorn. Excuse me. In 8th place, Philly Buckeye. 7th place is PW Dubs. 6th place, Captain Caveman. We have a tie for 4th between Big D's and Philip's Smelly Chair. In 3rd place, Yoshino Lover. 2nd place this week is M5NSX. And 1st place with many, many, many cheers and many overnight cheers, Golden Colts. I would also like to give a shout out to the top... Excuse me. I would also like to give a shout out for the top sub gifters of the week. Okay? Thank you to the top sub gifters of this week. We have we have Yeah4335, Cliffy Biro, M5NSX, and Philly Buckeye, as well as Gloves123, who all gifted a single sub. Thank you guys for that. Then we have Philip Smelly Chair, who gifted 3 subs this week. Thank you for that. And then the top sub gifter so far this week, the Authentic Italian Dolphin, who gifted 5 subs. So thank you for that, Authentic Italian Dolphin. Okay, then. Alrighty, then. I'm just doing every obnoxious thing possible right now to get them out of my system before we start actually streaming gameplay. So I apologize to those of you on the pre-stream. You're being tortured right now with all of this. We're getting it out of my system, okay? Alright, so one final thing. Reminder, we have a new emote, the Clefairy emote. It's really hideous and disgusting, but it's also funny, and we're going to be using that during the Pokemon playthrough moving forward, so that's why we have that in the stream chat, okay? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, very brief break for me to just use the restroom. Then we're going to come back and start up with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We're going to return to Kashyyyk. We're going to see what we can do on that planet. We're going to keep going and see where the game takes us today. I don't know how far we'll get into the game, but we're going to find out. Okay? Alright, thank you guys. Oh, wow, someone put sunglasses on the Clefairy emote, and it fits perfectly. That's amazing. Eggs and sausage, good one. Alright, let's take a very brief break. I'll be right back with the conclusion. with the continuation of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. See you in a second. All right.